Welcome everyone back to Pommy and Oz. Hope we're all doing really well. If you're new around here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and we're absolutely churning our way to 5k. We're not far away, so if you can make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, turn that notification bell on. It really does help the channel out, and it just lets me know that you're enjoying the content, which I know you all are. Thank you very much to everyone who joined the stream last night. Real successful, record numbers. Great addition is Bucky. I had a lot of fun, and I know you guys and girls did. Today, we're doing the new show, Just the Tips. We've got quite a short show today because there isn't a huge amount of games on, but we are here, round zero, exciting times. AFL changing it up a little bit and making, is it fair to say, a Mickey Mouse round? That gets underway in 7 hours' time. Probably a little bit harsh, but we start at the SCG. Sydney Swans entertain Melbourne. Melbourne being in the press for all the wrong reasons in the preseason. Sydney have been a little bit quiet, haven't they? They've just kind of gone about and meandered about their business. It's a really interesting one, this, because both of these sides will definitely be fighting for the top 8, and both of these sides, you would say, the Premiership window is wide open. It's going to be a real big start. Obviously, Premierships aren't won in round 0 or round 1, but they're definitely lost quite early on. The noise will get louder and louder the more you lose. So this is a big game, a chance to blood the nose of a top 8 rival. And I am tipping Sydney by 8 points. I think at the SCG, they're a different kettle of fish. Melbourne have brought Clayton Oliver back in for this one. That will be interesting. Obviously, he's got a lot to prove, and we wish him the best. But I do think Sydney will be too strong at the SCG to be stopped. And 8 points, I think, is fair. Should be a good game, though. I'm looking forward to that one. Probably the best one to start the year with. Then we go over to the Gabba Friday night, 7:40. I will be live for this one, so come and say hello to me. But Brisbane entertain my Blue Boys. Carlton haven't won at the Gabba for what feels like a millennia. You're going back well over 10 years. It's a tough place for the Blues to go. And with their injuries, it probably looks a bit tougher. Just because it's tough and it's daunting doesn't mean it's not possible. You can do. Remember the game that Carlton beat Brisbane. Kane Lucas did have a day out. So there is always hope for a lesser known to take the Michaela Strachan, as it were. I do feel, though, Brisbane at the Gabba, bloodied nose from the grand final. They are going to be an incredibly tough side to beat, and their home form is going to really what's going to propel them to better things. They're a different team at the Gabba. They play it better. They're a smart side, tough to break down. You can beat them, but I do feel the Blues are going to bow out in this one. Just a bit too much, too young, as the specials said. Brisbane by 18, and you know how hard it is for me to tip against my beloved Blues. Saturday, 4:20, we go to Heritage Bank, Gold Coast. Gold Coast, Dimmer, he welcomes back his old charges. Richmond in what is probably a highly anticipated game. It should be a real interesting game, this one, in the terms of that there's so many subplots, and that's what we love about football, isn't it? We love the fact that there is a lot to talk about. Adam Yez is there at the club, his first game as head coach, and this is going to be really interesting in how they set up. I don't think their preseason form is as bad as people say, and I am going to shock the world. I am tipping Richmond in a tight one by 3. I think that Adam will blood the nose of Dimmer, and I think Richmond are very heavily, I think Gold Coast are heavily talked about. I just think Richmond have that grinding and determination. And it'll be interesting because Gold Coast are really hyping up finals and the talk of that. And that seems to be in the press. I think that may get to them a little bit. And I think Richmond just will outsmart them. And then we go to Giants Stadium, Sydney. A lot of talk from Giants media team. They have gone hard. Collingwood reigning premiers. This is a real 50-50 game. And I can make arguments to tip for both sides. I'm trying to approach the tipping this year with my Carlton tip, with my head, not my heart. We're going to really try and push this one. I'm going to go with GWS by 7. I think I looked at their preseason form, and it was definitely that they were trying the hardest. They're really trying to put an early statement out. But part of me just thinks that the GWS Giants are going to start really well and make hay. I don't think the Pies will struggle all in the season. I still have them well in the top 4. I think they are as good a side as any. But I do think GWS will look at this game and say that this is a marker to really lay down our intent. So I'm going to go with the GWS Giants. Let me know your tips in the comments. We'll see how we get on. I'm looking forward to a great day of football, a great weekend of football. It's good to have it back. Stay tuned for the preview coming up a bit later on. Once the teams are announced, we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm really excited about how that goes. But peace, love, light. Pom out.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella